It is the third day of March, 3/14. Oh, no, third day of March. It's the 14th day of March, 3/14, Pie Day, and Chef Kev is celebrating Pie Day.
It's been one of those mornings
It's
all
been one of those
morning.
mornings for all
It's
of us.
like, what are you making? Pies, you know? I have called this from a souffle pie to a citrus whiskey pie to, it's just good.
And now, what's the difference in a cottage pie and a shepherd pie?
Shepherd is always lamb.
Oh, okay.
Now again, you can use whatever you want, okay? I'm using the traditional mirepoix of onion, celery, carrots. If it has lamb, it's going to be shepherd. If it has beef, it's going to be cottage. And a lot of times,
Now, who decided those rules? Just out of curiosity.
I guess somebody in Ireland.
Somebody with the Pie Day or whatever.
Now, you know, a lot of times folks use ground beef for this. But I decided to do it with short ribs. So you could do short ribs, or you could use beef stew meat.
Yeah, short ribs, if done right, are wonderful.
Oh yeah, but here's the trick with this. Now, when Leslie was over earlier, we browned them off.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got them nice and brown. Now we put in our mirepoix, the onion, celery, carrots.
You just like saying mirepoix, don't you?
Yeah. Now we're gonna go in with a little red wine. Now we're gonna put this red wine in. Now this is where you have to have patience, okay? I wouldn't do this in a pressure cooker, but you could put this in a slow cooker.
Okay.
And leave to go to work.
So you cook the short rib in there?
Yeah, because what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the short ribs back down in here.
Now, how long will they need to cook?
See, I'll put this in, if I'm doing a regular oven, 300 degrees, I'll put the lid on it nice and tight and let this go 300 degrees for like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, that long?
Because you want the meat to just be able to shred.
Now, in a slow cooker, you do it all day.
Yeah, slow cooker, you could put this on in the morning before you leave to go to work, come back, and the meat is nice and tender and it's ready.
Okay.
All you have to do now, once we cook this to where the meat shreds apart, we could add a little stock to it and then make a little slurry of flour and water.
And now the reason to brown it off is to give it that crispy edge or something?
To give it that little body.
Does it also keep in some of the juices?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Sure. When you sear it like that.
It's like cauterizing.
Now, let me get one out of the oven right quick to show you. Now, we topped this with a garlic mashed potato. So when I did the mashed potato, oh, baby, this baby's all over the place.
Oh, that looks gorgeous.
I did the mashed potatoes.
Is that a normal one for a cottage pie? The mashed potatoes on top?
Yeah.
Okay.
But except what I did, I took the mashed potatoes, sauteed a little garlic and butter.
Oh, good.
Started mashing the potatoes. I put in a white cheddar cheese, and you could do a Gruyere.
Yeah.
Then the garlic with the butter, the cheese, and a little bit of egg, a couple of eggs.
And so how much meat will you get off of like 3 short ribs like that?
You get enough for, you know, like the 8x8 Pyrex pan. You have plenty enough for that.
Okay.
So you could do a family of 3 or 4 with this amount.
And so this will be nice and tender. I mean, can you freeze that too? If you cook it?
You know you could. You could go ahead and bake it off.
It's not going to be as good probably.
I would bake it off just a little bit. Go ahead and take it out and freeze it. And then go ahead and finish it in the oven. By the time it heats up, the potatoes get nice and brown. So don't get the potatoes totally toasty. Now we're going to let this sit for just a couple minutes before we dig into it.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it just needs to right now.
It just needs to kind of set back together
to
just
kind
a
of
little bit.
Coagulate a little.
Yeah, but
All right,
I mean, this is a nice, simple recipe.
Talk about this dessert you made.
Basically, we did egg yolks. Egg yolks.
Is one of those
sugar,
days, isn't it?
orange zest, a little orange extract, almond extract.
Okay.
Whipped egg whites into it and put it in the oven to bake it.
All right. Well, it looks delicious. We can't wait till we get to dinner and dessert. All right, 8:21. We'll be right back after the break. Stay right there.